Welcome to the Secure Woman podcast. And this is episode 1 on chemistry. Now, there's nothing wrong with chemistry. I want to start there because I think sometimes when we begin talking about intentional dating and discernment, women get the impression that they're supposed to become suspicious of attraction. Like somehow the secure woman meets a man she's wildly attracted to and says, well, let me not enjoy this too much. No, enjoy it. Chemistry is wonderful. That moment when you meet someone and conversation flows, you laugh, there's energy between you, you find yourself thinking about him later. That's part of what makes dating exciting. The problem isn't chemistry. The problem is asking chemistry to tell you things it cannot possibly know. Chemistry can tell you, I'm attracted to him, I'm interested, I want to see him again, I want to know more. That's useful information. But chemistry cannot tell you, is he consistent? Does he do what he says he'll do? Can we communicate when something is uncomfortable? Does he have the emotional capacity for the kind of relationship I want? Are our lives actually compatible? How does he handle disappointment? How does he treat people when there's nothing to gain? Can we repair after a disagreement? Do our values work together in real life? And here's one we don't ask nearly enough. Who do I become when I'm around him? Those answers require something chemistry cannot give you. They require evidence, and evidence requires time. I think this is where so many of us get ahead of ourselves. We have a wonderful date, maybe two wonderful dates. There's attraction, there's conversation, he's attentive, we're excited, and suddenly we're not simply experiencing what is happening anymore. We're predicting, could this be it? Where is this going? Does he feel what I feel? Is he going to call? Can I see myself with him? And before we know it, we're emotionally living 3 months ahead of a relationship that has existed for 12 days. The secure woman learns to come back to what she actually knows, not because she's cold and not because she's afraid to hope, and certainly not because she doesn't allow herself to fall in love. She's simply learned not to confuse possibility with evidence. And she can have a fantastic evening and say, that was wonderful, without immediately needing to add, and therefore this relationship has a future. That's a very different way to date. Now, think about this for a moment. When chemistry is strong, we naturally want more. And once we want more, it becomes incredibly easy to start looking for evidence that supports what we really hope is true. He sends a beautiful text, and we think, see, he really cares. He doesn't call when he said he would, and we think, well, he's probably really busy. He does something thoughtful, and we give it enormous weight. He does something inconsistent, and somehow that gets explained away. That's not because we're foolish. It's because we hope has entered the room. And hope is wonderful, but hope isn't evidence either. The secure woman doesn't have to become cynical to protect herself from this. She becomes curious. Instead of asking, how can I make this work? She begins asking, what is this relationship showing me? That's an entirely different question. And here's another distinction I want you to begin noticing. Potential and capacity are not the same thing. Potential is what someone could become. Capacity is what someone can actually bring into the relationship today. You can meet a wonderful man with tremendous potential. He's intelligent, he's funny, he's kind, he's had some difficult experiences. You can see all the ways he could become an extraordinary partner, but you're not building a relationship with who someone could become. You're building it with the person who is standing in front of you. What does he have the capacity for now? Can he communicate? Can he be consistent? Can he make room for another person? Can he take responsibility? Can he navigate differences? Can he participate in building something mutual? Those are evidence questions. And here's what I really want women to understand. You don't have to talk yourself out of chemistry. You don't have to suppress excitement. You don't have to pretend you aren't attracted. You don't have to become detached. You don't have to follow some arbitrary rule designed to keep you from feeling too much too soon. You simply stop asking chemistry to predict the future. Let chemistry do its job. Let it get your attention. Let it make you curious. Let it make you want another date. And then let the relationship show you the rest. This is one of the ways the secure woman stays with herself. She's not standing outside herself trying to figure out how to become the woman he'll choose. She's inside her own experience. She's noticing him. She's noticing herself. Do I enjoy being with him? Can I speak freely? Do I feel like myself? Am I beginning to edit myself? Am I ignoring something because I really want this to work? Do I feel respected? Is the effort mutual? What happens when something doesn't go according to plan? What am I actually learning about this man? Those questions don't kill romance. They allow romance and reality to exist in the same relationship, and we need both. So the next time you feel that spark with someone, you don't have to pull away from it. Enjoy it. Be curious. Let yourself feel excited. Just remember, chemistry is the beginning of a question. It isn't the answer. Chemistry gets your attention. Evidence helps you decide. And becoming the secure woman means learning to enjoy what you're feeling while remaining grounded enough to discover what is actually true. I'll see you in the next episode of Becoming the Secure Woman.